I made my first trip to Timor in June 2000 with my husband David Gibbons to do a mission for AusAid about the need for microfinance. So we went all over Timor and there was definitely a need.
Pada tahun 99 ada pemilihan pro kemerdekaan dan pro integrasi. Dari situ kemerdekaan yang memenangkan dan saat itu Indonesia pun mengalami satu kekecewaan dan
penghancuran total.
Mulai tentara datang main ini, kami siram main ini, adipoy main ini kami halai tumbai atau hello. Kami ia lorosan sinhat, kami tidak paling mai.
San nuga nak mama kami sesera aras kaba velos.
It wasn't just that all the houses had been destroyed, but when we went and interviewed women in the villages, we found that everything that they had owned, which had been able to produce an income for the family, had been taken. All their animals had been taken, all their tools, all the ploughing equipment, everything with which they could earn a living had been either destroyed or stolen and taken across the border. So that's why we decided to start in the border districts, because this was where the devastation was most complete.
Agala kumuled maran Fernandes inang nama ga tapi hali girua kami mendima atana subsidi ya umlara stende ini inang nama ga nali girua iskola tonasime iskola ini aja inang nama ga musu hamam asal dari iskola agak kecil serta taisi misna de esto sedi Tupun lalmego play pun lalmego subjane osan pere se osan he al hemun sertai sikan se resibali lalme dilai taisi di serlali di subjane sevada pasira abros peno se onse etla lo saudi tala tabri sulana ambdi abe sulana ambul patum sa osbai Spaus etwali sarat sifat feno dan liuful jena adi cilar kat minerai al serta taisi nakai selana sabjana labal ke tili taur mesgarsi ambis gaswala teu laruan senadi etla los Moris Rasik al kredit pertama os Moris Rasik tasia amna ahisia hobtos darat kredit kedua spesial aparatus. Kedua amna sudah korensi aneli merasa bahwa kita os 300. Di sekolah ala se misalnya mineradia program ala li papa ho maa lah mai tiada sudah mal tiada sudah dia olala di sosial minerai ho Sudah menyerah obatku mai quarta dula la sabla. Quinta pausa sexta do dia ali subaida. Talvez sábado la eleção alcha. Domingo tilo certas. Acredito te abro pita opam semari kafe. Agosto que acredito a eleção.
I think women living and working in rural areas of Timor have to work very hard just to get water, just to get food. And if they didn't have this culture, they wouldn't have survived.
What we did, we just capitalized on their survival skill, and the rest is up to the members.
Setiap minggu mereka membayar balik dan setiap minggu pun staf itu harus duduk dengan mereka memberikan nasihat.
And every week at the meeting they make a promise. If you give aid, it gets eaten up and then it's finished. But if you get credit and people repay it with interest, you can continue to give it for as long as people need capital. So that's why we charge interest, because we need to build up an organization which can deliver the credit, pay our staff who deliver it, and thereby have a sustainable program which can continue to provide financial services for as long as these women need it. And as far as the women in rural areas, poor households in rural areas are concerned, they're interested in access. They're much less interested in the cost of the service. Because any alternative, which is the village moneylender, charges much more. And they don't have access to urban banks, because there are only 2 banks and they're both in Dili.
Gala completo, Ana Fernandez, Amedia Mekelvar Glara, Maso Bolima. Bolima go, Anqua Telebotero. Autumn baby Moris Rasik, he said, have a credit Cosago, he said, hello back. I got a credit of some Moris Rasik, I got a Seveli Botel.
A lot of these women really live on a knife edge. They have no cushion for a crisis, and crisis is a constant in their lives. There are 2 major reasons why women repay their loans. One is because they're malu, yeah? They don't want to attract the censure of their fellow members, because they're all their neighbors and friends and have been since, you know, they were born. But the other major reason is that they want the next loan. They want to keep this window of opportunity to get capital open.
Agora dia credit cosa Moris Rasik pertama tihala panratu. Na kai mamo agora phasa Moris Rasik na kai natri tihala putar khelwa laligo. Putar khelwa khailali agora tihala dia quarta dia li kia dia segunda aula aleli. Limaracha libai logo alta sasut se limaracha la ele. Ulimai gatari agmane di thamamu. Ada ala abale police mas mai ke imamu roda al ke nodi irfala nodi royal bal kerfala albal ke dala ke ro chugro be obran le thang mamra sa sani ga habe baba babran thang bayran phapita ne mele.
In this program, we don't need any collateral. All we need is they come up with a group.
Once they make these groups, they make a group guarantee. So when one cannot pay, the other can support. So it's some sort of peer pressure and peer support.
Kuartakan awhabla phayasa kai nagainini aseu biramudi ai udhodiri rom haka chila halane wa baba osasutrone wa luinene do dewa baba osasutrone wa blu do dewa awdi halane wa romero komatau rometau mathauri gavdinin ma romgargalan amgalan khetso kolom fane onomam agora osabali marasri boheli balpa lapa usahalan sutse limaras naga lapa phai khechale mate aw mate anta oseheta nani sina romhe rende habro me thaulo sao baba osabal da khonj ko le mena bai thaja ulai sabse le mila lai chine phapita ge thaja ulai mila le ko thaja share tai se bani kan la sene ba se dura kan share bara sin polo ase apat la kan bade kai suta jai asa kai ase pitala lahi se pitala le aso se pitala le mano sa selectar roa phule pedamai thaja rom galgalan ma kan thaja sombe la kan de theresi nesna kharak barane thango awlabe para phare wa kai para putarar ketiga khoksa mundur lal ke rawa phai khoksa na ka kan sai ke rai nagan ta ba ha kan khuran ke lele.
We dispersed our first loan in November 2000. So we've been in operation now for almost 2.5 years. During that period, during the first year, of course you have to work up slowly because the staff were completely untrained. By the end of the first year, 2001, we had reached almost 500 households. But after that, because the staff are trained, we've got systems in place the growth was much more rapid. So up to February 2003, we have 2,700 clients, and of those, 2,300 have taken loans. We've dispersed more than $350,000 US. So this has gone into the poorest villages in the 4 districts where we're working, the western districts along the border with Indonesia. We would become self-sufficient by the end of 2005 or early 2006, and we'll become viable at the point where we have around 12,000 clients.
Gala complete Santina de Fatima, Alcabe Daniel de Santo, and cry to Ami Ambapita Amsibi. The Moris Rasik, Himuna Mosa, Sabine, Mane Mosa, well, Cabe Mosa Tautasi, almost a share ties in the Kai, Nigate, Tanasma, the Udi Philalimar, the Pedal of Hospital, Moris Rasik. Moris Rasik no la parati la $80 udi ala eli udi di kontrate dorga terus angka mus biar bute bau di pol bau sa pola pose pede hal-hala mola terus ukot ke dua okoto sutra okoto sutra ma udi ala lali eli udi pale de kios makai hot sunel pau sosa angkau manmugo sira sapato ini sosrom sira vestido nari giruaro tanai lamaran pihe rasika gori amdi albara udela di abrani kara muloya naje kredit lo muloy pichen pede agora anak simo so berani matme di agor seri moso pobe tede tempo ami siluan illa dumaliana di lila la sabe Deum larago au sinte tause mulai nasi au dia okatnya au sinte nuhamo sahape hafal tersia bono hane ga amba fedagar dire timini ini non masuk di mai ita ini mana ilmu agora ho atlel kredit agora mai seria alna hau file dia kios seri para ne da kavedu di kontrak Timor bos malian mati lakbi bila goro mana berau sekal terus menali maratus. Kita Roma sekolah terus Roma oka tilu. Kita hane wane ro akal dah perlu okas kita Moris Rasik kredit ko dua anak si seri lai sekolah di.
Microfinance is a very important intervention for poverty reduction. And it's one in which women can use their skills and use their self-reliance and feel proud of what they're doing. It's not a handout which makes them feel like beggars. But it's not the only intervention that's needed. I mean, in a place like Timor, everything is lacking. Health services, education, agricultural extension. I mean, there's a need for a whole range of interventions in the rural areas of Timor to get the economy moving.
Un, dos, tres.